What's up, guys? LegomationStudio here with another Bionicle Classic review. Craigley, you know that this new carpet is because I'm on vacation. I'm sure by now you know very well, so I don't really need to explain it too much. Alright, today we'll be taking a look at 2006 exclusive limited edition Walmart only Titan, Umbra. Now Umbra, when I saw him, it was a surprise for us fans because we'd been released all the Titans that year and we were like, they can't be releasing anymore. Well, they did with Earnock, the Cardass Dragon, and then here with Umbra. Now Umbra's story, I don't exactly know where he came from. I don't know if he was exactly a robot or if he had come from the not Brotherhood of Makuta, but the Order of Voya Nui. But I do know that his current status in the year of 2006 was inside the volcano of Voya Nui, protecting the Mask of Life. He was one of the many levels that the Toa and Inika had to deal with. The Baraka passed him already, but he would speed very fast with his wheels, and you would have to catch him, and he would keep you from entering any further into the realm to find the Mask of Life. So he was one of the many guardians of the Mask of Life. One of the hardest, too, because he was so quick. The Inika were able to defeat him, but his remains after having been defeated is really unknown, at least from what I've heard. If you know any more about him, feel free to post in the comment section below, because as you know, I love hearing from you fans, and helping me out like that and helping other fans who watch these reviews know some more facts about them is always good help, and it always is a great thing to do, so why not? But yeah, let's just take a look at Mr. Umbra. Now, I forget exactly, I'm pretty sure it was a $20 price range. He might possibly have been $30, but like if you compare him to Rhotuka, who was $20, they have pretty much the same amount of pieces. So I assume he was a $20 set. Now you could only buy him at Walmart and he was very exclusive. So really cool. I loved about him though, the most thing that stood out is that he had wheels, and I believe he is the only Bionicle to ever have been released with wheels as feet. So very cool. Let's take a look at those feet, shall we? Alright. So, the feet, as you can tell, in fact, Yusen, when he made a mock of a Bionicle, recreated this design. What it did was it used a Technic piece with a little angled piece there, you know, kind of branches off. We have a lot of these. That would connect to two wheels, two Lego wheels. But then we would attach two Technic pieces here that would furthermore connect to another Technic piece that you could strap on a green Baraka armor. Baraka leg armor, sorry. Doing so many reviews at once really messes with my Bionicle vocabulary. Alright, green Baraka armor that we were given on the Baraka's limbs in 2006. We get that for his foot armor on the outside of his roller skates, I guess we could call them. Then it attached to yellow, that's yellow or lime green?
Yellow.
Alright, attached to yellow hand pieces like ones that we were given with Toa and Inika Huki. And then those would be connected outwards to the piston limb that we were being introduced to, and then a green Baraka limb. And as you can see, there are 4 silver Borak eyes, 2 that point forward and 2 that point back for his foot as well. So as we move further up, we have the green Baraka limb, and then we have Pohatu's weapon in silver, as we saw here, Pohatu Nuva's weapon, or Borakal weapon too, that was released that year. Very cool. Then the piston, we have an extra long axle rod inside, so they don't really fold it. This is the most you could fold in. Sometimes they could touch, like what we had with Axon, but we're given about an inch of space here to move them like so. But very cool. This is kind of the movement you can make with the piston in the front leg. Now as we move further up the leg, as you can see, we have in green, which I believe we didn't get much. Maybe we got some with Nidhiki. Actually, I don't think so. But we get those Metro Nui double socket pieces, those Mata Nu, or those Toa Mata hands that are in green, but have the axle pointing like vertically instead of horizontally. So they point outwards, upwards, vertical to the socket, the little socket there. So different design, but that's what they use for these, because the Visorak limbs, while they were double sockets, did not have as long of a rod in between them as Lego wanted to make these guys very tall. So they include 2 green that have black little weird design inside of them that we saw with the Metro Nui Titans. A rod goes in between them that connects to a double double pegged Technic piece that connects to 2 more Technic piece on the outside that connects to the piston. Then we have another long Technic piece here, as you can see, with a little piece inside that would connect to another Baraka armor, leg armor in green. So we get 2 of those here on one of the legs. Very cool. And then we just have one ball joint from the socket here that connects to the leg, or the torso. So very cool. It's the same with the other foot. 4 Borak eyes in silver, 2 Baraka armor, leg armors in green. Very cool. Now, for the body, just like what we had with Rhotuka, we have a Rhotuka torso piece, but this time in green. Now, quickly, we'll take a look at the back quickly. As you can see, this was kind of an interesting way they connected all of them together. They wanted Umbra to be pretty tall, so they had a Technic piece connect to a double axle Technic piece with a rod entrance in the middle, and then connect up all the way to his head. So his head actually did not connect in like regular fashion that we'd had with any other sets. It was actually connected through an axle rod that goes completely up the spine of his back. It literally looks like a black spine. If we look in front, we have in silver, we have a Toametru front chest plate armor that we were given to guard their gears in silver. Very cool for his kind of in front of his Rhotuka torso piece. If we take this off really quickly, you can see the way it's built. Inside we have a silver Baraka chest, Baraka upper torso piece. Very cool. Then, as you can see, we have 2 more silver Toametru chest armors, side to side. Very cool. And then 2 rods here that would connect to a yellow Toametru foot. Very awesome. And that's kind of what we had for the front chest plate there. Let me take off the head for a second here. So very cool. Again, we'll look at the back really quickly. They have 2 tubes, because tubes are always cool, in silver, going from the back to the, pretty much in the back, but really cool kind of as his back armor, really, I guess is what you could call it. Yeah, very cool. Let's look at his hands really quickly. We'll kind of undo his awesome weapon for a second here, if we can do so. Can we? Don't break, don't break. God, I don't think I've ever taken this apart since 2006. Alright, we're good. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright, so let's look at one of his arms. So as you can see, we have a silver Inika shoulder armor. Very cool. Underneath, we have in green a double socket Visorak limb that connects to a green Vaki limb that connects to a yellow Toamata hand and some of the black armor. And then a little rod here, and then for the first weapon on his right hand, we have Matoro's blue light-up weapon that we got with Matoro, the Inika Matoro. So, very cool. I love that it lights up in blue, that they decided to choose that as one of the weapons. Let me just connect this back like so. Oh man, see if I remember how it was connected. Alright, so let's just take a look really quickly at the way these weapons were connected. There was this long piece that we don't think we got with many other Bionicles. It was a long gray axle rod with two holes on either side, and you would put a peg in the middle to connect both of the Inika weapons like so. And then this red rod would go right there, and you would kind of have this, like the pieces that we, door shut. The pieces that we have with the spine. Now, in the middle, to make this weapon even more awesome, they included a Rhotuka spinner. So they were able to actually kind of integrate a Rhotuka spinner. As you can see, I don't actually have the Rhotuka stick or the Rhotuka disc, but you kind of get the look of it. I didn't bring them because I felt like it might fall and I didn't want to lose them on the trip. But you get what it had. You know, all the Rhotuka had them, and Rhotuka had them, and Sidorak had one. You pull it out and the disc spins and flies. Now I believe the disc that they included was green, just like his color, because his color scheme was really a green, yellow, and silver color scheme. So just like what we have with the like Baraka limbs and stuff that we have with this guy, we have that in green as well, a green Rhotuka spinner. So to fold it over, not only do we have one of those pieces that they would use to kind of hold the Rhotuka spinner in place, but we have attached 2 silver Borak eyes. Now if we move further down the staff, he kind of holds it like a Rakshi. Very cool. Let me put your head back on. You kind of look weird without it. The same arm, it's the same exact arm over here that connects over here. Instead, on his left side, we have Huki's light up weapon, which lights up that orangey red, fiery looking. So that kind of axe weapon on his one side that we got with Huki, and on the other, we have Matoro's kind of ice chipper blade. Very cool. So that's what we got for his really long staff. And I gotta say, I really like it. We have Rhotuka Spinner, 2 Inika weapons. Very cool that they included that. So I gotta give Lego props for that. It kind of looks like a Rockshi the way he's holding it, so pretty awesome. I think it would have made more sense though if they had included 2 of the same Inika weapons. It's kind of weird that they have 2 different ones. Like if they had 2 of these or 2 of these, I thought it would have made more sense because now we have 2 different colors and we press them, it just kind of looks weird. But that's what they decided to do. Don't really know why, but he's a special edition set and it still looks pretty awesome. I guess it's kind of the end of his weapon and he would use this to kind of chop people with if you were to look at it that way. But it all depends how you look at it. So now let's look at the head attachment. Now very interesting. They wanted to make it very different from the others, and like I said,
lower.
Instead of, what?
Move it lower.
Instead of having this be like that when you attach his head, we actually had it like that so that, you know, spine piece that we saw in the back of Umbra would attach to it. So we have a yellow Toamata hand that connects to a Toametru head with, and instead of an orange clear, we have an orange Baraka light up head. Now why they didn't put this in the other Titans, you know, it would have been nice if they did that, but I guess because he was a special edition, they decided to give him something a little special, and that's what they did. So you press it and his eyes light up. And for his mask, we have Toametru Wenua's mask. And you would press it and see his eyes lighting up in there. Mm-hmm. Are they showing up in the camera? Very cool. So people might think, is this Wenua? But no, they just kind of reused his mask. And I gotta admit, it does kind of look cool with this set, and it does fit it very well. Then on the sides, we branched out to 2 Technic pieces, and then in yellow, we have Pohatu's claw weapons. So very cool, we get 2 in yellow. And then we were introduced to more of them with the Baraki, but these silver spikes, and they're Lego spikes. And while it's annoying when Bionicle usually integrates Lego pieces, I've got to admit that in this set, the pieces that are integrated, very cool, the little spikes there. I think they actually add very well to this set. So, not a really big complaint. Alright, you got it all focused in?
Yeah.
So, Umbra. He has a lot of cool, interesting, unique things about him. He has these cool roller blades, and if you stand him up, he would roll like so. Are you getting that in the camera?
Yeah.
So, very cool. You couldn't really send him off because his legs would kind of wide apart if you just kind of let go of him. But if you were playing, it was really fun to kind of move him on a surface and watch his wheels move and kind of hear the sound of the wheels turning. I thought it was really cool. And when I saw this guy online, you know, I said, Dad, we gotta order him, we gotta get him because he was a special limited edition at Walmart only. So, if you didn't get him, I feel bad for you. I think he's still online, and I think they sell him for like $40, $50 instead of his original $20 price tag. But I assume in the years to come it'll go up and up more and more because people will be giving him away or losing them or breaking them and those sort of things. So, what do you think of Umbra? Is he your favorite Titan that year? Because if you put him up against Axon and Brutaka, he's very unique like Axon with those kind of wheels. So those are kind of what stands out about him. He has these cool shoulder armor extenders with the yellow Pohatu weapons, and then we have 2 Inika weapons and a Rhotuka Spinner. So those are really what stands out with Umbra. So do you like Umbra? Did you think he was kind of just a cop-out to make a final set? Or did you think it was really cool? Because as far as his story goes, protecting the Mask of Life is pretty important, and the Toa Inika do have some trouble fighting him off. In the comics, it's pretty much summarized as them doing a bunch of reflections and things, but kind of, you know, misguiding him. But in the book, it's much more detailed, and I remember it being a whole chapter of trying to defeat Umbra. So, I love Umbra. I would give him a 5 out of 5, maybe an 8 out of 10, because I don't really like his color scheme, and I think the wheels are just kind of a gimmick, but they are cool, they are different. He's the only Bionicle to ever have really wheels on his feet. So, awesome. Thanks for watching this review of 2006 Toa Inika Voya Nui Years Titan Umbra. If you like this review, like it, comment on any of the times I asked it for your guys' story, comments, and questions. And thanks for watching this Bionicle Classic review. to make sure to subscribe to us on LegomationStudio if you haven't already, because we're going to plan to keep on doing these Bionicle Classic reviews until we get to the Fantaka and the Mystica, which is where I started reviewing here on YouTube. So until then, thanks for watching this review. We'll see you guys next time. I believe that we have reviewed as much of the 2006 year figures that I've brought with me. So I guess next we'll be heading on to the Mari Nui guys, doing the Toa Mari, the Baraki, and some of the Titans. So thanks for watching this review. I'll see you guys later. And this is LegomationStudio signing out.